On page 8, section 4 of the Nepalese constitution, it is clearly written that Nepal is an independent, indivisible, sovereign, secular, inclusive, democratic, socialism-oriented, federal democratic republican state. The constitution of a country represents the law of the land, an outline of the principles and beliefs the governing body of a nation must uphold and follow. The current constitution of Nepal, written in 2015, was the accumulation of a decade-long war that took the lives of around 17,000 people and displaced more than 150,000. People of all walks of life, mainly those of the disenfranchised indigenous and Dalit communities, joined the Maoist insurrection, hoping to bring about an egalitarian, just and socialist Nepal, a stark contrast to the conservative hierarchical society which had developed under the 300-year-old strict and domineering Hindu monarchy. This conflict lasted from 1996 to 2006, ending when the Maoists chose to put down their arms and work towards a peace agreement with the state. This was a controversial decision, a decision that divided Marxists and socialists all over the world. Some saw this as an absolute betrayal, a betrayal of the Maoist ideology that believed in the creation of a people's democracy free from liberal bourgeois influence, a betrayal of the working class, and most of all, a betrayal for all those who had fought and those still fighting. But others saw this as the chivalrous path. Rather than continue a war that could take the lives of thousands of more people, Prachanda, chairman of the Maoists, chose peace, and by joining in parliamentary efforts, they could peacefully and democratically develop Nepal into a socialist state. The Maoists' most important demands for peace was that a public vote be called to dissolve the monarchy, that Nepal would be governed in a federalist manner, and that the new constitution be written by a constituent assembly with representatives elected by the public. Parliament acquiesced to these demands, and by 2008, not only had the former Kingdom of Nepal transformed into the newly founded Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal, but the former Maoist insurrectionists were now a completely legal political party, with Prachanda holding on to his title as chairman. It has been 19 years since the war ended and 9 years since the new constitution was adopted. Yet the development of a socialist economy seems completely out of the picture of the Nepalese government. The so-called socialist and Marxist parties of Nepal continue to use revolutionary rhetoric as a means of getting elected into positions of power, completely disregarding any promises made once in power. The MLA have long abandoned Marxist-Leninist ideology, venturing rather into anti-Marxist reformism, and the revisionists of the Maoists stand on a mountain of bodies as they spit on the grave of every martyr of the revolution. So how did this happen? How did a country that has such a long history of socialist and Marxist support, even going through its own Maoist revolution, completely disregard any semblance of genuine socialist reform?